Okay, y'all. So first and foremost, these monsters are not playing any games with Fromville because they literally left Randall alive just so he could cause more strife within this group. If we can pull everybody apart, if we can get everybody to fighting and not working together, then of course they are all going to fall apart. And this is all in an effort to make sure that Boyd knows that he will end up bending and folding and breaking at some point, y'all. What is up? It is your girl EJ, the TV Junkie, back with another From Quick Thoughts, y'all. This episode was entitled The Light of Day. This is episode 5. We are midway through. And y'all, yes, we had a lot of things going on. A lot of people upset with Tabitha, with Boyd, just with the overall situation. Some people thought that there was hope that Tabitha was able to find her way back. But at the same time, they're all kind of going at her as well, talking about why didn't she bring anyone back? Why didn't she go and tell people where they were? I'm like, are y'all listening to yourselves? Like, trying to tell somebody that there's this place that exists that nobody knows exists and that there are monsters that come out and attack you. She would have been in the crazy asylum before she could get to 1, 2, 3. Like, no, that is not what was going to happen. And it just lets me know that if some of these people had have actually gotten out, they wouldn't have tried to get help at all. As a matter of fact, they would have just been happy to get out and they would have just let it go and they would have went on with their life. Like Dale. I'm just saying, like, I'm not that upset that Dale had to go. Dale was one of those people who caused a lot of strife there. He didn't listen. They don't know everything that goes on with all of these little magical things that happen here on Fromville. Yes, we know that if you go through the tree that it will take you somewhere, but we also know that it will take you somewhere and you don't have a clue where you're actually at. So that is a huge, big problem because you could end up stuck somewhere like Boyd ended up, or you could end up like Dale and be stuck inside of a swimming pool and boom, you out of there because he doesn't listen. Now, I'm interested to see if anyone else is going to end up trying to go through this tree. It just wasn't meant to be. Tabitha made it to where she made it to because that's where they wanted her to be, is the way I see it. I mean, it was supposed to be, it was supposed to happen. Maybe it was to give them some sense of false hope. Like, who knows exactly what the reasoning was, but we all know that strange things happen in Fromville, and this is just another one of those things. So another major moment in this episode was the fact that Fatima actually tells she actually tells him, like, look, finally, that she's been eating these rotten vegetables and that she doesn't think that this baby is even I don't know, alive, real. I don't know what it is. Like, she doesn't know exactly what it is. And I'm glad that she finally said something, but I will admit that, I stand by my thoughts that this is definitely a demon baby, some sort of weird something. I don't know, but this baby is definitely an issue and a problem. I don't think this baby is a real baby, y'all. I'm just saying. But anyway, that was another big moment. Another big moment, and what we expected was the fact that Randall actually is really upset with Boyd. In my opinion, though, y'all, I really feel like at the end of the day, I don't know who would have went back to get Randall. They both would have been unalived at this point. No one would have lived to tell the story. If he had went back and tried to get him, then they definitely would not have made it. I get it that he feels like he left him there, but at the end of the day, he would have made it back to the bus if he had just ran. He knew that those doggone locust flies, whatever they were, that they weren't real. He's been seeing them the entire time and nobody else sees them. So therefore, you know that they're not real. Dude, in this particular situation, stop swatting at the doggone invisible bugs and flies and stuff and just run. Like, you got to mentally prepare yourself to just run because you know that they are not real. So I'm not mad at Boyd, y'all. Boyd did what he had to do. He had to save the collective. But why everybody mad at the cop? I don't even know, y'all. Everybody knows how people react when they get to this place. They know that as soon as you get here, that things are crazy and that they're unbelievable. So yes, she was shooting at these monsters because she was trying to save her life, y'all. She thought that these bullets was going to help her. She had no idea what was really going on at this place. So the fact that somebody caught a stray bullet and the fact that someone actually died is really not her fault. She was just trying to fight for her life. So I don't understand why we're so upset with Nikki. And Boyd was so hypocritical in this moment when he's going off on her, when she's trying to make a suggestion, when she's trying to help. She knows that she's done something wrong, quote unquote. She knows that it has affected this community, but she's trying to do her part to try to help in some way, form, or fashion. And Boyd is just all on his high horse right now, talking about, oh, you've been here for one day and you think you know. No, Boyd, you left Randall out there. And although I personally don't see a problem with it because it was either both of you or one of you, but at the end of the day, you can't be hypocritical and then get mad at her because she unalived somebody on accident and left the two people, you know, inside of the ambulance truck. I mean, she was fighting for her life. So it's literally the same exact thing. There's really no difference in you leaving Randall there to die and her leaving Tabitha and Victor's father there to die. I'm just saying, you know, just pointing out some obvious things. So on this episode, I just feel like we had a lot of strife, you know, going on. One of the biggest moments of this episode, though, and one of the most anticipated, in my opinion, was the meetup with Victor and his father. I've been anticipating this for quite some time now, since we found Victor's father, and I wanted to know how they would react. I wanted to know what Victor would think, how his father would feel, what these two would how the emotion would be, how they would come together. Would they be mad? Would they be sad? Like what would happen? And we got a very, very emotional response. First, we have Victor, who completely didn't want to see his father. He was scared to see his father because when he left, he was just a little boy. And he knows that that is what his father was low-key expecting, was to see a little boy, not this grown man who has spent his entire childhood, most of his adult life in this one place that he can't get out of. He didn't know how his father would react to that. And so he was a little apprehensive about it. He actually had forgot about his father, you know, or put it out of his mind so that it didn't consistently remind him of what was. I mean, that's one of the ways that you have to try to survive when you're here in Fromville. You have to find ways to cope. And this was one of Victor's ways to cope. But when it was all said and done, his father just wanted to see his son. He didn't care that his son was older. He thought that his son was gone all of this time, and to be able to hold him and hug him, that was a great moment for me. I thought that was one of the best moments that we've had on From as it relates to something happy or joyful happening. And yeah, that was my major moment. Let me know what you guys thought about that major moment where Victor and his father embrace and where they're reunited together. What were some of your favorite moments of this particular episode? What did y'all think about all the shenanigans that was going down? What did y'all think about Boyd? Was he hypocritical when it came to him leaving Randall as opposed to the officer leaving Tabitha and Victor's father in the ambulance? Let me know what y'all new theories are. Is there anything additional that you thought of that you think is going on here? And what are your reactions to Dale's untimely, you know, demise? So anyway, guys, go ahead and get the conversation started down below. Meanwhile, if you like the video, make sure to go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to your girl channel. Turn on your notifications so that you do not miss out on any of my future From conversations. And guys, don't forget that we go live every Monday to discuss From in its full detail, myself and Tamika Zen. So make sure that you are subscribed and make sure that you turn on that notification so that you do not miss those live shows. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.